Good morning. Another day on Loretta Hill. Here's Loretta on the hill. Checking out our pond. We're going to check out the yard today after Mark has mowed. Our yard man has mowed, and Mark the Mystic. Here's our pond that we just glued it the other day. It's looking a lot, but it's looking a little. It's got a little bit of skim on top of it, but it's it just rained, so we're used to seeing that. So it'll be looking better. Of course, he just mowed, and a little grass flowed up in it, and a little bit of dust flowed up in it. It's been quite dusty. We've got a little rain though. It's better. But thank goodness we did get, I don't know, what, 3 inches of rain or so. It was good. We've done really good. Our neighbor is mowing his piece of property over here, off in the valley. He's they're mowing. Let's go up on the side here. Our neighbor is also, our other neighbor is actually mowed, and he's done, it looks so much better up in here. We used to mow up in here, and then he has taken over the responsibility of mowing it, so we used to mow up in here, but it's he's mows it all, bush hogs it back, and it looks a lot better. It's doing good. Here, as you can see off here in the bottom, I mean off in the valley, there's a part of the valley here. He's got cattle there, and he's got a few things, briars and bushes out on this pasture, but he's getting rid of them slowly because he's our neighbor here is
working at it.
Looks like he's working at it and get it going. He's mowing across there, and it looks real nice, taking care of stuff. And at 3 inches of rain, and the amount of rain we've got is things have bloomed out a little bit. The roses sharing and a few of the petunias are bloomed out there a little bit there. You see where we're still getting there. Still doing pretty good. I had it fog over the other day. I didn't climatize it, and it fogged over. Fogged over a little bit, and it made y'all look a little, had to look through a little fog there. Yeah, he's got our neighbor's got a good looking cattle up there. He's got a few good, some nice looking horses. Doing a good job. Get a few blooms, just a few blooms. The gladiolus are blooming a little bit, the white ones, and I think the white ones are lagging behind the red ones, and now the Rosa Sharon is getting a few blooms on it, and the maiden grass is always looking good. The daylilies have just about died back, and we'll enjoy them next year. I think most people's daylilies have died back. Hopefully we'll see a beautiful display next year. We saw some deer out here in the woods. Our deer, we see about 5 deer a day. That's what usually comes to eat. But we saw some deer out here in the woods the other day. Yesterday I guess it was out here. It was laying right out here. They were standing waiting to come across the feed, and we so enjoyed the deer. Loretta got the over the other side of our driveway. This is our spot down here that we cleaned up a couple of years ago, and she's got it mowed. We have the cable company, or the internet company, has got a few holes here. They've got to come and fill up. We've got to, as you see, caution tape there that denotes the place where they need to fill up. Hopefully they'll get out here. We have a wonderful cable company, WKMT Communications, and there's a wonderful internet service. It's a high-speed internet, a fiber optic. We have waited many years for it, and it's finally arrived. It's finally here. We've had it for about a year, and it's so great. It's wonderful to have it. Wonderful to have that high-speed internet. And if you don't have high-speed internet, we hope you get it eventually too. Hopefully the whole world will end up high-speed internet. This is where the end of our property ends. The maiden grass. This is the second year on the maiden grass. So we've had maiden grass, and it's done real well. It's I think about 300-foot long stretch of maiden grass. It was plugged off of our other maiden grass. It was plugged off. We had our yard man. He plugged it off, and they set it, and it's done real well this year. We had dreamed of having it. We were going to put trees along that side, but with the cost of it was outweighed the idea of putting it there. Yeah, it's done pretty good. We like that grass. It's looking pretty nice. We're enjoying it. And we got our roofs. Got shingles put on our. Dang it, I'm shaking around. We got shingles put on our roofs of our outbuildings, and I'll drive us around there and you can take a look at it. We'll show it to you. Bo's enjoying the day. He's out laying in the grass himself. And I'm sure he's looking for something to eat for us to feed him some. He ain't trying to catch nothing. He'd catch a rabbit if he could. But yes, Bo is a puggle. It's a cross between a beagle and a pug. A pug and a beagle. Puggle, that's right. He is, and they stay hungry constantly. They are definitely always hungry. The part of the breed, I mean, that's most dogs are, but they are exceptionally hungry. They stay hungry constantly, and they're always wanting something to eat. And you can't leave. You really do not need to leave a automatic feeder for them to eat, because they'll just eat till they make themselves sick, and they'll just keep on eating, and they'll make themselves sick. So we're going around and take a look at their buildings. Yeah, I was telling you earlier, these buildings, we got them shingled, and thank goodness we got them in this. I think in March of this year, some of the shingles had blown off, and several of them have blown off in both buildings. And we've got to get this one here picked up and scooted back around a little bit. It had slid off its foundation there with bricks. There's blocks that it stays on. But we do have some dinner plate hibiscus that are blooming. This one here is beginning to bloom. And these blackberries that my daughter Julie had, her husband Mac had given us some time back. They're doing fairly well. Loretta's training them. She's got them tied up and training them to go on three wires. You can see the 3 wires there, and she's training them back. And hopefully by next year, of course, we're just learning about them, and I think you can see the new growth on them already. But hopefully, I think you're supposed to cut them back in the fall, but I don't know that we'll do that on the first year because they're just getting established. Maybe we'll let them go through another. I'm really not sure what we'll do. We'll let you guys know on another video, but when we decide exactly what we're going to do. But this dinner plate hibiscus, or it's called a swamp rose hibiscus, actually, or the scientific name is. It's here. I'll give you a real close look at it. It is you can see about the size of a dinner plate hibiscus, and they're bloom. There are going to be several blooms on this one. The other one is blooming a little bit earlier than this one is, and they're both came from the same Tony Thompson's daylily farm. Actually, what it is, he has there, and they are good. We acquired them from him this year as well. There they are. They're little like snake doctors. Look at them. I believe that's what we seen yesterday. Remember? That's what we were seeing yesterday. They're a little bitty snake doctors. See them, they're just flying. I don't know if you can see them on the camera or not, but they're just flying around, snake doctors there. We saw them yesterday in the sunlight across our neighbor's property over their garden, and there were thousands of them, hundreds of them, actually thousands, but they are, I don't know if you can see those or not, but there they are. Just lots of them there. We have got to get this, our neighbor Doug, he mows our bank to our pond bank, and he usually mows that. So it'll be getting time for him to do that as well. There's Bo. Bo, what are you doing there, Bo? You trying to find something? What are you looking for, Bo? Hey, Bo. Bo, what are you looking for?
No mole.
Well, you smell it. He's a mole getter every now and then. I think that's the only thing he'll give. He he will not eat them. I don't think many dogs eat moles, but he likes to dig in the holes for them, that's for sure. Well, and also right around this flour container right here will be half a whiskey barrel container, I believe. It's plastic, half a whiskey barrel.
I moved that limb off of the flowers.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that is a part of the cypress tree. And the is that a gladiola? Not gardenia. What is that? Blue though. Yeah, red. It's
Geranium.
Begonia. I think it's begonia. Okay, yeah. It's blooming now. This is a little bit rough right in here. I'll try to hold it steady. But our garden's looking fairly well. We haven't had a lot of time to use it and enjoy it because of the heat. And hopefully this fall and in the spring and the fall we do enjoy coming and sitting in the serenity garden and enjoy that. It's as you can see our fire pit there, and then we're about to have a tree cut down in the back. I should have told you about when I was around there, but we're going to have a tree cut down in the backyard, and we'll have an abundance of firewood from it. Hopefully, got a guy coming in to do it next month, I think. Jeff's stump grinding. He's going to get in and grind the stumps and get up the tree, take the tree down and grind up our stumps. He's got a fairly good business. He has 30 days on a riverboat, and then is captain of a riverboat, and then on his 30 days off, he grinds stumps. But Jeff is a good old boy. He's a good fellow. There they are. Our pond is, get off me, you fly. Doing fairly well. Doing fairly well there. Like I say, our serenity garden is looking fairly well. We got to do a little cleaning up on it, but it's getting ready for the fall. St. Francis. Stroll through here and look at the bubblegum petunias. They're starting to look a little bit better. We've been applying a little dose of Epsom salt and Miracle Grow fertilizer, and foliar feeding them through the leaves, and they're doing better. They're blooming out. They're looking better too. I mean, I think since the rain, actually, bluebirds, since the rain came and got them, they've done fairly well. I mean, let me just go down to here and these bushes here, these are dogwoods, boxwoods, and they have got to be, we lost most of them. They were damaged during the drought and the combination of the hard winter we had. We had a sub-zero freezing weather, and also the drought, the combination. Some of the bushes around our area have been killed that's 25, 30 years old. I mean, some of the, I don't know if these are that old, but that they have been, they're about 20 years, yeah, okay. And they are, as you can see, we're going to lose those, and they've got to be replaced. They've got to be taken out and replaced. And here is our bubblegum petunias, proven winter bubblegum petunias. They've done fairly well. They're fading out. They're fading out a little bit. And here are the. It's back on the hill. Hey, it's Sunday, and our neighbor, Doug, he's a great neighbor. He's coming up and is picking up some stuff out of the road for us, and bless his heart. And he always cuts our bank, or mows our bank, to our pond. Keeps it mowed down for us, and every year he knocks down the trees and bushes and blackberry brambles. He does a great job. He's a great neighbor. Him and his wife Tanya. He's had their 30th wedding anniversary. His 30th anniversary. There he is, down there. Doug's comes up. And we're gonna bush hog our bank, our pond bank. Keeps the trees and the blackberry bushes knocked down on it. He's a good man. He's a good man. Good neighbors. Always good to have good neighbors, you know. And it's always important to be a good neighbor. Important to be a good neighbor. little bit rough right up in this area right here. We're fixing to, hopefully this fall, we're going to irrigate this, put irrigation pipe in through here, and then we're going to sow some whatever our landscaping man, yard man, Mark and Mr. Mark is going to recommend some grass, some kind of grass to go in that shade right there. That's going to help us keep some grass year round. It used to grow grass in there, but we were in and out all the time, and it's gotten, we're in a drier period, and it has really lost all the grass that's in there, and it will eventually come back. But like I say, Doug, our neighbors up here, bush hogging, brush hogging. Some people call it brush hogging, bush hogging. Well, our bank, or our pond bank, and just to keep you should always keep, the trees, like small trees like that right there, should always keep, we try to keep them down, because the roots will grow through the bank, and it will let your pond leak. These trees here are cypress, and they're along the pond bank here, as you can see right there. They're along the pond bank here. There are cypress sprouts, and they come from seed, and they're not from the roots like you see over there. Those roots on the cypress tree, the knees is what you call it. But they grow up, and the seed, when the tree matures enough, it will. Here we go. I'm gonna hold Doug up. Hold Doug up here. When it gets mature enough, they will produce seed that will propagate, sprout and start another tree. We're trying to hopefully get those out and get those out of there, and so get right here with something. See if we can go along this bank, see if we can film them. Doug here, I see Doug traveling along the bank here. Bank. Good neighbors, good neighbors. Him and his wife Tanya, good neighbors. These others here, I'm gonna throw them on the back, darling. You're gonna throw these others on the back. Gets. Matt, okay. That's great, that's great. No, just working out. What is it? Yeah, it's pretty old. pretty nice today. Humidity's down and the cool breeze is blowing.
But it still looks better.
Yeah, it looks better. Got some rain, but it still has dried under these trees here in this river. The grass is dead, dying, it's dead. It'll come back if it ever gets enough water. Good job. Make a hip replacement next month. I'm going to touch you around on the shoulders. Yeah. Well, we are finally starting to film the other part. Loretta cannot stand sticks in the yard. And this is Sunday, and it's supposed to be a day of rest. And she worked all day yesterday. And I can't hardly get around anymore, but I mean, I'm glad to help. But what is it? Turtle? A limb. You're not picking up any more limbs. No more limbs. We had to stop picking up every dang limb in the yard. So we're going to continue filming now over here on this side of the yard. Here we are. And Doug just got finished with our bank. It's our pond bank. So we were going to film it, and here we are. We're going to film now and show it. Okay, Doug does a good job, and we're glad to get it done. Just push a little dirt clods back and everything, but he's done a great job on it. It looks good. Looks good and finished. We need to get the rest of these trees out of the pond here, and these little cypress trees get out of there. So, yeah, hopefully we're getting everything for the summer. We usually get everything cleaned up during the summer. Some things take a little bit longer to do, and this pond bank is one of them. We're so glad to get it done. Another season is done. Everything's looking pretty good. Let's drive one right around the house here on the back side. We still got to get this tree out. The guy's coming to Jeff's stump grinding. Jeff is coming after he gets off the boat this next month. He's coming to take this tree down. So hopefully we can get it out of the way. It's been dying for the last few years, and it's just finally got to where it's got to be taken out. So limbs fall out of it, and it's just looking. It takes away from our property. It takes away from the look of our place. So it's got to go. It's got to go. Some things just got to go. Some things have lived their life and done with. We got the tomato plants out yesterday, and now we've got a few peppers. She's got a few peppers left that she's trying to save, and just
leave them a day or two, and then
Yeah.
they're coming up.
Yeah, it won't be long. Fall will be coming. It won't be long. It's quicker than you think. It'll be coming, and it's cool up a little bit. But we got to still go through August, which is our hottest month. But we'll everything just takes its time, and everything has a time to be done. So, and we've got to get the hopefully get those bushes out, the boxwoods out, and they've been killed.
For next year.
Yes, start again for next year. Thanks for joining us here on Loretta Hill, and hopefully we'll have another video in a few days for you. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you'll know when we publish another video. Thanks for being here.